Hey everyone, Eric Cogorno here with Performance Golf. To my left, Mr. Martin Hall. This is our third video of this series together. If you haven't watched the previous two, we'll link those at the end. All about getting you to hit your driver better. In fact, luckily for us, Martin just got done with the $1 billion tee shot training program. I'll tell you about that at the end of the video here. Now, in case you haven't been watching TV at all, or you just started playing, Mr. Martin Hall has been one of the best golf coaches in the world for a long time. Outside of the fact that he's a gentleman, one of the nicest guys in golf, he's helped millions of golfers and really helped me when I first started coaching. The creativity, the passion, the energy, Martin, that you have, I really, really appreciate. And that's gonna continue today for you, helping you hit your driver better. Now, Martin, I would say in terms of how you start the golf swing, if you start the swing well, it doesn't automatically guarantee good shots, but gosh, if you start incorrectly, it's very difficult to make up for that. It can lead to so many poor things. We've got a couple key points today to help them get started correctly to hit their driver better.
Yeah, no, I would echo that 100%, Eric, that if you get off to a bad start, the chances of recovery are very, very, very difficult. And every now and then someone will say, well, what about Jim Furyk, or what about Matthew Wolff when he was playing great, or what about Miller Barber in the old days, or Raymond Floyd in the old days? Look, if you've got enough talent, which not many people have,
right, yeah.
But if you've got enough talent, you can do strange stuff away from the ball and still make up for it. But I would argue, as good as those players are or have been, they may have been even better if they'd had a more neutral, a plain vanilla takeaway. So things that I look for in the takeaway, just put your club behind the ball for me, Eric. I mean, I watch like a hawk what people do with the lead elbow in the takeaway. I watch like a hawk what people do with the lead upper arm, and I watch what the club face does. So let's just break those down. I watch what the lead elbow does. Influenced by Jimmy Ballard, no doubt, but I think what the lead elbow does in the takeaway and in the downswing is enormously important. And I remember this from Ballard, but if I was to put my arms up here as if a 5-pound bag of potatoes was just going to drop from the sky, and you're going to catch them with your arms, that's where your elbows should be. Now you can turn your hands, but you don't turn your elbows, and consequently, to get in position at setup, the lead elbow is pointing at the lead hip. And it wasn't just Jimmy Ballard who talked about this. The great Ben Hogan made a big feast out of this in his famous book.
Yes, he did.
So I like the lead elbow down, and as people are moving the club away from the ball, I'm going to guide you a little bit here, Eric.
Yep.
I like the lead elbow to stay down. I call this the blood spot. If you had to go for a physical for something, I want the blood spot where they'd stab you with that hypodermic. I want that up to the sky, because the last thing I want is to see a lot of rotation early in the backswing. That is so difficult to recover from. So number one, lead elbow down.
Lead elbow down.
Number two, lead upper arm pretty close to the chest. Ask me if I've got a drill for that.
Martin, do you happen to have a drill for keeping the lead arm connected
I'm
early on?
so pleased you asked. Yeah, I love this drill. This is one of mine, actually. I didn't steal this from anybody.
Okay.
If you take your lead upper arm, your trail arm, and put it under your lead arm, and you squash the fingers, for me it's the fingers of the right hand, and you squash the fingers of your right hand with your left arm, and you keep that pressure as you get moving the club back. So I think you can tell the viewers, are you feeling the pressure from your upper arm against the fingers and your chest there?
Yeah, big
I think
time.
that's an incredibly important pressure point. Does that stay there through the whole swing? No, I don't think it does. But I think when you're taking that club away, you're doing a wonderful job there. In contrast, this is what I would see too often. Leave your hand where it is. I'd see the lead upper arm leave the side. I'd see the lead elbow twist. And now the club face is looking over there. Good luck.
Yeah,
Those are the
exactly.
two words that come to my mind there. Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
So let's give that a thought and of course you could do this on the golf course. It's not against the rules or anything to have a little practice like that before you get it going.
Yeah, I love that. It seems, Martin, like if I keep my lead elbow towards me, if I keep my lead arm connected, the club face more or less automatically stays where I want, which would be a little more pointed towards the ball and a little more tilted down.
Yes, it does. We're going to come to that in just a moment.
Hey guys, if you're watching today's video and you enjoy the tips, but you really want to take your game to a whole nother level, my friends here at Performance Golf are hosting beautiful 2-day immersive golf schools with the best golf coaches in the world all around the United States. You know, I find a lot of golfers come in to see us and they're really not able to identify and fix their real root cause. And usually there's like 4 or 5 main swing issues we have, but finding the real one main root flaw that can domino effect and fix all the rest of the pieces is really the thing that makes or breaks someone's improvement. So if you want to make like 1 or 2 years worth of improvements in 2 days, I highly recommend you check out my friends at Performance Golf, these golf schools down below. Click the link down there, see if there's still a spot left in a location that works for you. It could be the thing that transforms your game. Look forward to having an awesome experience.
Let's just say you're on the golf course and you're prepping that a little bit before you hit it. Let's get the trail hand on the club there. And if you're ready, let's see if we can keep that full. You can feel that pressure point with your lead upper arm.
Yeah.
You can feel your lead elbow down at your lead hip, left elbow at left hip for all you right hand. No,
That's
no, stop
one,
that,
right?
stop it. Bad person.
That's what we see all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and hit one out there with that.
Here we go.
Lead elbow in, arm connected early.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to play just about anywhere.
Yeah.
It's low, it's hard, it's got some roll on it, it's not wild. I would say if you've got wild rotation, you're going to hit wild shots. Now, I just want to give you one additional thought, and then any questions you've got, of course,
Yeah.
I want to answer them, but I wish everybody would go on Amazon and get one of these things. It's a magnetic lie tool that you use for testing the lies of clubs. But if you tape it to a face, tape it to a club face, you get a tremendous sense of where the club face is looking at any point in the swing. And people who were really good at golf, Kari Webb, the great Australian golfer, told me one time on this very tee, as a matter of fact,
cool.
she said when she was playing her best, she knew where the club face was in time and space at every moment in the golf swing. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's why she was world number 1.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we can get there. However, it did alert me to how important it is that you have some point, have some idea, some intent to have the face doing something. Of course, it's your hands and your body that's doing it, but that's what's going to hit the ball. So some awareness of the club head, very important. So I love people to have the left upper arm on the chest, the left elbow down, and practice, as you were doing so nicely, keeping that club face looking at the ball. And I'm going to do a drill here that I want you to do, and it just is take your right hand, put it by your right leg, lift it so it would be just above your left hand, and just have your left hand swing underneath that. And if players could get that club going in the right direction with the right club face in the first part of the swing, the chances of hitting good shots go up astronomically.
Yeah, let me give that one.
Let me see you do that drill.
You've got a couple drills in your back pocket, huh? You got a drill for everything, I believe, or about 10 for everything.
I would just like to say I've been doing it a very long time.
Couple videos. I like that. So I have my right hand out in front.
Yeah, so it's just above the path your left hand's going to take, just like some old codger of a teacher would come in here and just put a club there. Now just don't move your right hand. I love it.
Oh, okay, gotcha, okay. So I'm really feeling like my left elbow staying towards me, and I feel that upper arm connection that you mentioned.
Yeah, so Eric, I mean, my journey, which has been a long one, I like drills that people can do on the golf course when they're playing that don't involve sticking an alignment rod in the ground or something like that. Yeah. Drills that you can do on the golf course, things you could do on the very last tee when you're trying to get the ball in play or you're a bit nervous. This is a great drill. And then you just put your right hand on the club lightly and feel that same move, club face looking at the ball. I'm very aware of keeping the club face looking at the ball. I actually imagine like there's a little GoPro camera in the club face, and I'm going to keep it looking more or less at the ball as I'm swinging the club away from the ball.
Yeah, you could imagine if you're watching this, if my goal was to deliver the club back to the back of the ball with a square club face, that the last thing I'd want to do in the world is early on make my life more difficult by getting that opening the most with the elbow away and the arm away. I see this so often, Martin,
Yeah.
compared to the good version, face more at the ball, elbow more at the body, lead arm connected. Should I see if I can hit another bullet cut here?
I
Mr.
would
Martin?
love you
Right
to.
off of that tree here. So
That would be
obviously,
great.
when we're doing this, you know, there's a little bit of body motion going as well. We're just really fine tuning and zooming in on the, you know, the arm and hand action
Yeah.
here. So same feels here, face at the
Exactly
ball.
the same feels. Left elbow down, left upper arm on the chest, club face looking at the ball as long as it can in the backswing.
Yeah, I'd take that
If
all
I
day,
came
too.
from New York, I would say bada bing, bada boom. I don't, so I'll say jolly good.
I like that one. Mr. Martin, I appreciate it. Guys, hitting your driver, you know, hitting your driver when you go play makes or breaks your round. You want tee shots that are reliable. Now, Martin spent time around lots of major champions. He's done a ton of videos. That bullet go-to fade is so important. You want to have that in your game. The $1 billion tee shot that Martin just got done with Performance Golf. We're going to put that link down below. You get that for less than the price of one round of golf. You get to test drive it for a full year. You've got nothing to lose and only better drives to gain. Go check that out. Thank you guys for watching.